Imagine soaring through the air with perfect control, flipping effortlessly as your body rotates in midair. This is the magic of a standing tuck. But what if I told you that this gravity-defying flip starts with mastering just 4 key movements? In this skill breakdown, we'll go over the essential steps to perfecting your standing tuck and help you unlock the power and precision behind this incredible skill. Executing a flawless standing tuck isn't just about raw strength. It's about technique, timing, and understanding the right movements. Whether you're a beginner or looking to refine your form, mastering the 4 key drivers of a standing tuck is essential for success. These foundational movements will not only help you achieve the height and rotation you need, but also ensure you land safely with control. Let's dive into each of these critical drivers and break down how they work together to create a smooth and powerful tuck. The first key driver to mastering a standing tuck is the set. This includes the timing of the arm swing, the jump, and the stretch. As renowned gymnast Simone Biles once said, "The set is everything. It's the foundation of every skill, and if you get that right, the rest will follow." The set is where you generate the power and height needed for your tuck, which starts with an explosive arm swing and a strong jump. The arm swing is essential because it helps generate the upward force needed to propel your body into the tuck. But it's not just about swinging your arms back and forth. Timing is everything. As you prepare for the jump, your arms should begin to swing down and slightly behind you, just as you bend your knees into your prep position. This arm movement should be fluid, not rushed, as you're building up energy for the explosive push. As you initiate your jump, your arm swings up forcefully, straight above your head. The key here is timing. The moment your feet leave the ground, your arms should reach their highest point. This simultaneous action helps increase your lift. If your arms swing too early or too late, you lose momentum needed for the solid tuck. The timing of the jump and the arm swing must be in sync to create maximum upward motion. Now let's focus on the jump itself, which is a critical part of the set. When you prepare to jump, proper alignment is key to generating maximum power and control. You want to make sure your body is stacked, shoulders directly over your knees, and your knees aligned over your toes. This stacked position helps you maintain a straight and powerful line as you push off the ground. Think of your body as a spring. Your legs act as the coils and your core as the tension. To create a strong, explosive jump, you need to drive through your legs while keeping your core tight. If your body isn't stacked, you'll lose energy and may find it hard to get the height and rotation you need for your tuck. The final part of the set is the stretch, and this is where everything comes together and prepares you for the tuck. As you jump, your arms should extend straight above your head with a strong shrug through the shoulders to engage the upper body. But don't forget about your hips. This is where your core and lower body come into play. As you reach the peak of your jump, focus on lifting your hips towards the ceiling. Think of driving your hips upward as you push through your legs. This hip lift is key because it helps you maintain a strong, straight body line, and it sets you up for the tight tuck position. By lifting through your hips, you also help initiate the upward motion of your flip, creating the height and control needed for the rotation. At the same time, keep your armpits open and your core tight to prevent any loss of tension. This combination of shoulder shrug, arm extension, and hip lift creates a solid foundation for your tuck, allowing your body to transition smoothly into the flip. Now that we've covered the key components of the set, let's talk about some common mistakes that can hinder your progress, especially when transitioning from learning a back handspring. First, let's talk about the head position. A common error athletes make is throwing their head back during the set. This often happens when athletes are still relying on poor habits developed during back handspring training, where they tend to look backward and let their head fall too far back. Just like in a back handspring, the head should stay aligned with the body and your eyes should be focused on something in front of you. That's called spotting. This helps your body keep in the right position and prevents you from overextending your neck or throwing your head backward. If you look down or throw your head back, it can throw off the timing and smoothness of the flip. For more tips on correcting your back handspring, be sure to check out our other video, the 7 most common mistakes in a back handspring that can hold you back. Another common mistake is sitting behind the knees. This means the athlete's body weight shifts too far back, making it difficult to generate upward momentum. In a back handspring, it is easy to get used to sitting backwards and jumping backwards and throwing backwards. But in a standing tuck, you need to stay focused on staying stacked, shoulders over knees, knees over toes, so you can jump vertically, not backwards. Lastly, avoid throwing your arms and chest backward in an attempt to snap into the tuck. This is a habit many athletes develop from practicing back handsprings, where a big exaggerated arm throw helps with the flip. In a standing tuck, however, your arms should move with control. Remember, your arms should swing up in sync with your jump, and your chest should remain stable, vertical, not throwing backward or arching. By focusing on keeping your chest forward and your body in alignment, you'll create the right tension and momentum for the flip, not a chaotic, uncontrolled movement. Let's dive into the second key driver, the pull. This is the moment when you bring your knees and shins toward your chest, forming the tight, compact position of the tuck. It's important to understand that the pull is not the same as the rotation of the tuck. Rather, it's about body positioning for that perfect tuck shape that allows you to rotate with control. A common mistake is to confuse this action with the backward motion of the tuck. But remember, we're focusing on an up tuck and not throwing ourselves backwards. As you initiate the pull, your knees should come up towards your chest with your shins staying close to your body. Imagine pulling your knees and thighs to your chest while maintaining a tight core. This action creates the tight, spherical shape necessary for fast, controlled rotation. Think of it like you're pulling your body up into a tuck rather than pulling it backward. The more you can focus on pulling up, the higher you'll get into your tuck, which allows it for a cleaner and more controlled rotation. Another key element is your core engagement. Your abdominal muscles should be fully engaged to help lift your knees. This strong core engagement prevents your body from flaring out or losing shape during the pull, which can slow down your rotation and make the landing more unpredictable. When done correctly, the pull helps you achieve that vital tuck height, keeping your rotation tight and fast. It also sets you up for a more controlled landing by ensuring that you're maintaining your tuck shape throughout the flip. Now let's talk about what your arms should be doing during the pull. As you bring your knees and shins towards your chest, your arms play a crucial role in guiding your body into the proper tuck position. Instead of keeping your arms stagnant, you want to engage them in a subtle, controlled circle above your head. The circle isn't large or exaggerated. It's more of a small, fluid movement. As your knees pull in, your arms should follow in a circular motion, helping to guide your legs up and maintain the tight, compact tuck position. This movement not only helps with the rotation, but also sets you up for the next phase, pulling your legs overhead for the rotation. Think of your arms as a key that helps unlock the tuck position. By making this small circular motion, you ensure that your body is pulled into the right position for the flip, while maintaining enough tension to keep your rotation controlled. If your arms remain too stiff or don't move fluidly, it can lead to a less efficient pull, causing your body to become loose and slowing you down in your rotation. As coach and former world champion Marta Carli once said, the tuck is not just about jumping into a ball. It's about controlling the shape of your body through the pull. The faster and tighter the pull, the more efficient the rotation. A gymnast who understands the up movement of the tuck will always be a step ahead in mastering the back flip. Now we come to the third key driver, the rotation. This is where the actual flip happens, the movement of when your body starts to rotate in the air. If you've executed the first two drivers, the set and the pull, correctly, your body will naturally move into the rotation with efficiency and control. The rotation is the critical movement when all the previous movements come together and allow the gymnast to complete the flip. This is where the up tuck concept really shines, as the goal is to maintain that tight position rather than falling back into the tuck. As the rotation begins, your body will naturally want to lean backward to initiate the backward rotation. This is where you need to slightly lean back, using your core and arms to guide the rotation, keeping the tuck tight and controlled. By staying compact and pulling your knees into your chest while maintaining an engaged core, you can ensure that the rotation will be fast and smooth, bringing you to the peak of your set before you flip over. This backward rotation is what allows you to continue your flip with speed and precision, you up for a clean landing. A key point to remember is that if the first two drivers, the set and the pull, are done correctly, your rotation will almost feel effortless, and it's all about maintaining that tension and staying tight throughout the flip. As the rotation begins, your arm should now actively pull your legs closer to your chest, helping to keep the tuck compact and tight. The fourth key driver in executing a perfect standing tuck. The landing is all about control and precision. After completing the rotation and coming out of the tuck, your eyes should immediately focus on spotting the ground. Spotting is essential because it helps you anticipate your landing and prepare your body to absorb the impact safely. As you spot the ground, you should begin to kick your feet down towards the floor while simultaneously unrolling your chest upward. This unrolling motion is crucial, keeping your chest upright and leading the movement helps you transition smoothly from the tuck into a full upright stance. Your body should be hollow and slightly forward, not leaning back, to help absorb the landing and maintain balance. When your feet hit the ground, you should land in an athletic stance with your knees bent, your legs absorbing the impact, and your body poised to spring back into position if necessary. Your upper body should remain upright with a tight core and controlled posture. Remember, the key to a solid landing is making sure you maintain your focus through the entire rotation and spotting process. Now let's touch on what might be happening if you find yourself over-rotating or not completing a full rotation of a tuck. If you under-rotate, meaning you end up falling forward or coming down too far in your hands or feet, it's usually an indicator that something went wrong in the earlier stages of the skill. Most often, under-rotation occurs when the pull wasn't tight enough, causing you to lose control of your height or positioning. On the flip side, if you find yourself over-rotating, you're landing on your heels and falling backwards, it's likely that you are holding the tuck for too long and not spotting your landing. If you are missing the flip altogether, we are not following the proper steps to a tuck, meaning you didn't pull high enough, you didn't create enough height with your set, or your rotation wasn't fully engaged. In this case, the issue probably lies in either your arms, the pull, or the timing of your body's movements, and not using your core enough to complete the rotation. However, sometimes an athlete has perfect form, but just lacks the strength to execute the skill fully. If this is the case, you may need to build your strength in key areas like your core, the hip flexors, and your legs to ensure you can generate the power and control needed for the full tuck. Building strength over time will help improve your form and execution, allowing you to land more consistently and with confidence. Amy Borman, Olympic coach and gymnast expert, says, "Gymnastics is about precision, power, and progression. The standing tuck, like any other skill, is built from the ground up. Focus on the fundamentals, set, pull, rotation, and landing, and with enough strength, control, and practice, you will see the results. Trust the process and give it time. Consistency is what makes the difference." By focusing on the four key drivers, the set, the pull, the rotation, and the landing, you can ensure that each phase of the skill is executed with precision. The set is the foundation where you generate the height and body position needed to start the tuck. The pull is what brings your legs in tightly and helps you rotate upward into the tuck. The rotation is where the flip happens, and the tighter and more controlled you are, the faster and smoother the rotation will be. Finally, the landing is where everything comes together, and a strong, athletic landing ensures that your tuck ends on a high note. If you find yourself over-rotating or not completing the flip, take a moment to check your form during the earlier steps. Are you maintaining a tight core during the set? Are your knees pulled in close to your chest during the pull? Are you controlling your rotation with your arms and chest? Don't forget that strength also plays a huge role. If you feel like you're struggling with the tuck despite having perfect form, building strength through focused training will help you gain the power needed to complete the skill. Like any skill in cheerleading and gymnastics, achieving a perfect standing tuck takes time, practice, and consistent effort. By mastering each driver, improving your strength, and building the proper muscle memory, you'll be on your way to a cleaner, more controlled tuck every time. Keep practicing and trust the process. We encourage you to look into a local tumbling or cheerleading facility and observe the techniques being instructed. We do not recommend learning skills at home or on a backyard trampoline. The right environment can make all the difference in your athlete's progress. Before selecting a facility or coach, don't forget to check out our video, Protect Your Cheerleader, 5 Toxic Coach Red Flags Every Mom Must Know. Equip your athlete with the education and environment they need to thrive and reach their full potential. Together, let's ensure a positive and productive journey in tumbling.